Check, check, check. Sorry about that. Hello? Can you guys hear me okay now? Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I am not at my office, which is part of the reason why this is causing that. Can you guys hear me now? There we go. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the messages. Good, so now I can keep going. Yeah, I am currently not at my normal office setting, but I didn't want to miss the stream with our members, so I'll be talking. You might hear me just slightly different than normal compared to previous sessions. I'm trying to talk pretty close to the mic so that you guys can all still hear me. So right now, this is where New York opened into our bigger swing box that you guys have seen in the past. And right here, currently, this New York session, we are back testing the box and looking for a potential bullish move up for the rest of the ES session, pushing higher right now. So this is what we'll be watching for a bullish move. This is on the ES, a SPY, SPX, folks. And then where we'll look to be bearish is when price closes back inside this box and then looks to push down. And that's why right at New York open, we opened bullish, because this is the candle for stock market that opened bullish into our box. So where most people would look for reasons to short the open because London brought the session down, this is a reason for us to be looking to move for a bullish move upwards. And we'll look for a continuation up now. This is on the NQ, and this is how we build confluence. You can see again, right to the tick, New York opens. The first candle of New York on the NQ, test our box. We talk about this on our socials. You now have a bullish candle close to help build that confluence for the bullish move up. And we're going to look for a continuation upwards now to push this up. We've also already filled the gap if you're a fair value gap trader. And so looking for a continuation now, at least to get up to right here, which would be the New York low of yesterday. So that's what we'll be looking at for overall. And then if you are, this is the US 30 chart. If you're on the US 30 chart, you're going to be the one that struggles just a little bit more, because as you can see here, you were the first one to reject from one of our boxes on the indexes versus finding the support. And so right now it's at an area where it's going to face a little bit of struggle right here. And this is what we show and we teach our members. Once we close above the box, we'll be looking to target higher. If US 30 gets down here, we'll look to target lower. And you can see right now we're about to hit the top side of this box. And once it closes above, we can look to be bullish. You'll see that happening here in just a second. And then back to monitoring all three indices. If you're a Forex trader, this is the euro on the top right, and this is DXY on the left. Both things right here and right here. You see how candles cannot close above our box? They stop right here. That was a perfect short opportunity from a demo in paper trading purpose. There's the bearish candle close, and you can see the complete breakdown. It comes, it back tests this box, and now it's seeping into further lower into our system for the euro side that we'll be watching. And then for all our members who have been learning through our education system, is as long as DXY is holding this open, then it will continue to move up bullish, causing the euro to move lower. As soon as DXY loses this open, we'll look for the DXY to push lower, and then the euro to find support at our box right here to push up. There's multiple layers in our system, both from a day trade and a swing trade perspective. Right now, this is on full mode, showing both versions, and now I'm going to pop open to the day mode just to show you whether you're someone who's trying to use a swing trade where you hold things longer. You can see with the day system, this back test of our box straight up and then to the very top for the full take profit area, and now looking to push down. And you can see during the New York session now, which is where we're currently at, is exactly where we are starting to find support for the euro. So where we want euro to go lower will be when the euro loses or gets accepted back into this box, can look to go lower. But right now it's finding support as designed through the system to go back up. The continued bullish perspective on US 30 is playing out now over here. NQ, we're seeing some take profits happening from the bigger entities. Let me move this up real quick. Can't see. There we go. From where this gap was put in place. I'm just going to put a little reminder for myself as a breakout point right where that is. And this is again why in our system we talk about candle closes. The candle needs to close versus just getting a wick. Most retail traders, they always react off of the wicks. So once they come into price, they will immediately to open a position. So where they go long at the very top of the wick, they'll get trapped towards the top. And instead, when we get a candle close confirmation, which will happen in 2 minutes, if we close above this box, that would be the US 30 for getting continuation. But right now you can see live how the box is stopping price on US 30. Again, this is on the right side of your screen. And now NQ and ES coming back down to back test the box for a second time. And get the extra stuff out of the way. A little bit easier to watch the candles move on price. Move the circles out of your way too. The other thing that like the system helps with is just building patience. Most us retail traders, anyone who's been in the markets, they think they always need to be in the market immediately and for a long period of time, getting in every single trade. And right now we'll just be watching the system. So we're getting this back test right now here live. We'll see in just a second. If the NQ, which is in the center of your screen, were to close into the box, it would be something like so, where you're now looking to target lower. And then excuse me, I had to sneeze. Notice like here, that's the entrance point. Not with the wick, but when the candle closes here. It can't just wick down and then close back up. That would be super bullish because then you're hitting our box, closing bullish, and that would result in the candle and price moving continued bullish. There's that close on US 30 that just closed above the box. It needs to stay back above. You can see the bots just tap this and immediately are holding. NQ tapped and now is holding. And then the ES is the one. SPY, SPX folks are even more bullish because they didn't even get down to the box yet. So that's something to be watching for this continued bullish move now. Really quick, I'm going to go check over on gold and oil. Oil over here on your right. During our live streams, we cover most of the major assets that we watch with our markets. Oil right now is still holding bullish during this New York session, but oil has a bearish scalp target. This is some of the stuff you guys have seen. So right here is an opportunity. I'll show you. The position would look like so. Maybe putting the stop where the open is, and then now taking this down to right there. That'd be a $700 move per contract, and there's an 87% chance today for us to get down there. When oil closes above this box, I'll show you. When oil closes above our box, and it's right next to it, so let's say that it closes right here, then there will be continuation up. So you're easily invalidated with the system and can make plans. Gold with an absolutely gorgeous bullish test right now on our box to push up. For anyone who caught that gold move from our current members, but this is just gorgeous. You can see how clean gold was today. Up here at the top, offering a beautiful short opportunity straight down to the take profit. We also call this a 180. I'll show you what I mean really quick. Again, this is showing both full mode for looking for bigger swing trades and the harder to break boxes. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. And then just looking at the scalp mode. Check it out. And then I'll get back over to indexes in just a second. We call this a 180 when you can go from box to box in the same session. We're not talking about you having to wait days and days and hiding behind candles. These are 15-minute candles. You can see how quickly the position plays out and offers a great opportunity for itself. And let me show you the long position idea off of oil. So if this gets stopped out, then we can be looking for something like so on oil for it to come up and get back to this box here. So we have invalidations to follow through. Again, this down here, I wasn't watching oil when it happened, but was a perfect bullish opportunity right at the very bottom of the box to push out as I move between assets. And now gold is pushing up higher too as we look to continue this bullish move up like so. By the way, I guess I should have just stayed on the indices. As you can see, the rocket ship now, and this is what helps about our system, and this is why we use the closes. All that wicks that were happening in this candle, I just want to show you, again, talking about doing this live, not hindsight. Thank you guys for dealing with like my audio issues. I'm not at home in my office. I am out, but I didn't want to miss the stream with our members. But just to show you how far up US 30 is now, that's 45 points with almost no stop. If you think about it from an RR perspective, you could have waited till that line got hit. We talked about it live as it was. That's a 7.5 RR. And then just to show you, the next target is way up here. So this is where we'll be looking. This drawing that was given is now to get to these areas. For the people that are a part of our membership, and note we are during the silver bullet session now during NYSE, but just watch this gorgeous move continue to push up. The other indices will be pushing up too as this is happening, but this is going to be that area for our current members that US 30, you're going to see some take profits happening right here at 37, basically 37.9. So we'll be watching that happen here shortly. But kudos to anyone who's following and watching this happen live. This is what we talk about, what we're trying to do. Look at the move on NQ, absolutely gorgeous. Look at the ES, all indexes following the True Algo system. I mean that. We just talked about it. We talked about, just in case you're distracted by this position that looks like it's down here, we talked about it had to close down here for that bearish move to be put into place. And instead, you're seeing the system work absolutely perfect from the back test of our box. This is what we talk about being predictive. You have an opportunity when price comes down, and most retail traders are going to short at the bottom of the candle. You don't short going down to a box, just like you don't long going into a box up here. This will be the take profit area for the NQ as we watch price travel to it. ES, SPY, SPX folks, you're on the same exact story that we talked about earlier. This is the swing box. This is what I talked about earlier. We have different parts of our system. We have day levels that are easier to break on a day, and then we have swing levels that are harder to break for the week. And I just want to show you the power of it once these candles load. This was yesterday. Caught the absolute low, allowing a push up to our scalp target. Again, everything is predictive because it prints before price gets here. So when that offered, and there's your bullish close, now we have a target up here. You can see that was completed. And then the London silver bullet session starts, sells straight back down, perfectly takes the low right here into our box. And where you might think it needs to go lower and lower, you're in swing bullish reversal. You guys have seen this from our system. And then just showing you the power. Whether you want to use the swing system, it doesn't mean you have to swing trade. This is really key. Most people, you hear us say swing and you think, oh, that means I have to hold it for weeks. No, guys, look, this is yesterday. Look at during the New York silver bullet session. Every time, this is during the first New York silver bullet session, every time price comes up into our swing box and absolutely falls to its face. And then where does it find support? A perfect bounce from our swing system. And you're getting to see that live now. So this is the stuff we talk about, the system being predictive, and you guys are seeing it right now, not just me talking about what happened, but on the indices. I mean, you're talking about 61 straight handles on US 30. I'm going to get the drawings out of the way just so you can see a little bit better of what the current candles are doing from the system, and just pay attention to where the circles are. That 5-minute breakout worked out great as well, and then this is the overall target. Current members right here is where the ES is going to struggle a little bit, as that was the New York, I think, low or EQ of yesterday. So it's going to struggle right where this circle is if you're an SPX SPY person. This is now, the next thing I'm going to show you guys is really, I don't want to move from the indexes. You guys can let me know what you want to see, and I'll move over. So any other assets you guys are wanting to see, just let me know. I'm trying to leave this up as we get to these take profit ideas on the indices, where these lines and circles are above us. Almost there now on the ES. Here it comes live. About to tap that take profit right in the middle of the circle. Talked earlier about how the system builds patience, where most people would continue to keep looking to short because we were in a bear trend since yesterday. Can just sit here and wait for this area to be hit before even thinking about price to stop. And you'll see it here in just a second. And then US 30 is still slightly higher, and the NQs is much higher. And there's that take profit hit right now, live for ES. Again, just watching these bullish moves play out. And you see how the wick starts instantly. Again, just stuff that we teach our members. And there's that take profit. Like so. By the way, the Euro bullish move played out as well. You guys see that? We started the stream right here. We talked about you came into the bullish box and pushed up, and then the goal was to get to the next box. This is what we teach you guys, and you're getting to see it happen in the first 20 minutes of New York being open, but simply box to box. And now, once, I'll put the note on the screen to help you. This is the Euro right here. Once we close bearish, we can look for lower. I don't mean that like facetiously or like as a joke. Though what we teach is this candle or candles, if you're going to go to a smaller time frame, it needs to close bearish in order for us to want to go lower. And when you say, well, if the candle closes bearish, of course it goes lower. No, that's not what we mean. You see right here? See all these candles? See how they're bullish? During London, we've come down and we're flipping this box bullish, as in going like this. because it's being flipped with bullish candle closes. So now that we're hitting this box above, just like it happened here, once you get bearish candle closes like you see there, then we can look for price to simply go back down to the lower box. So our system allows you in a single day to being able to go up and down with markets versus trying to FOMO revenge trade that you see a lot of mistakes people make. I'm back over to indices now. You see how like this is one of the coolest things about doing this live with you guys? Look how big the move is up on the ES right now. 44 points, and just showing you live where the take profit's going to be from the bots and the bigger players, and you see price stops. Everything stops now. You will stop until we get a close above this circle, and then price will look to continue higher. Gold still playing out. You can see oil here. I just want to point out this circle, the entrance long idea, that invalidation point. You notice how we did not close. We talk about candle closes here at True Algo, not just using wicks. But you can see the candle did not close to activate that position. Instead, it's just a wick up and then now offering another opportunity to short down from this box to get to this scalp target that is below here. Once price closes above that daily open, which is above our box, we can look for continuation up. And as I say that, you can see gold is just still doing exactly what we said about up, up, and away. That's a big move so far, by the way. Even if you didn't catch the 40, it's $480 per contract, even if you just got from here. But if you were able to nab from the very bottom when it went into our box, $750 per contract. And if you're someone who uses micros and just very small positions, like this allows you to predict where you expect the reversals to occur. So you don't have to play big positions. And when you're practicing and demo trading, that's what we teach here. This is for entertainment and education purposes only. That's the process you should be using. You don't practice using 3 or 5 contracts. Use 1/10 of a contract when you're practicing. We've now hit the take profit area, the first area on US 30, folks. You guys are on the right side of my screen. That's 2 for 2. Well, 3 for 3 if you count the euro, as the euro is there. Now just waiting for this. The NQ is the last one right now that we are waiting for it to hit its final take profit area right here before getting to the box. Notice that the US 30, after it has to hit the area that we targeted, see the circle? Now you see the wick form. And this is what we do live as we predict the first bullish move up. And you can see one of our members, Rick, is talking about if you're in this US 30 long position up from using our system, this is right here. He's talking about moving your stop up because he knows, and what we teach, we put this is an area where price will look to take profit. We're seeing that happen live. You see the wick right now forming. But this also can be where we retrace into this candle and fill some gaps if you're a fair value gap trader. Once you close above this, and this is part of our companion indicator that comes with True Algo, we can look to finish the move up to the box. But if you're someone who always, when you're practicing and trading and you take profit too earlier, like say you would have taken profit right here, only to see it run up here, our system helps you, and that's why we show like ideas where price is going to stop after it breaks bullish from our reversal boxes. Instead of taking here, you wait to take there, maximizing that RR. And you can see now the candle just closed above that. So we'll look for continuation now up to here. So looking for this to occur. And then now watch what happens, even though it's a bearish candle. If it closes below this here, sorry for all the drawings and things are in the way. Let me get rid of some of this. The NQ, by the way, also got to the take profit area. See the circle straight across right there? Get rid of this last thing. Watch the US 30 now. If it closes below this, then it will then flip bearish to come push back down. This is why we take the moves from our boxes when we get them. Notice the NQ to the tick is right at that take profit area, and we're watching that sell happen and then ES as well as your where that circle take profit area is. And just seeing all three take profit, it doesn't mean all of a sudden now that price is going to go and fall down to the bottom. It's just as this is where retail traders are all longing the top, and where the bigger players who are all long from using our system that's predictive from these three boxes here. This is those, and I'll show you real quick. Hold on, gold is still playing out as planned. And then I wanted to show you something really cool. I was talking this to members. If you're a stock trader, I just want to show you what just happened. Microsoft is one of the bigger stocks. You guys see this right here. So when New York opens, before New York opens, Microsoft is smacking into our bullish reversal boxes, and it's getting bullish candle closes. So right when New York opened, this is a reason for price to break out bullish on Microsoft, and Microsoft is going to affect the indices. At the same time, Tesla is in our swing box, beautifully holding it, by the way. And then New York opens, Tesla's dipping into our swing box and breaks out bullish. And right now, Tesla's at resistance. This is another reason why we're seeing price stop currently. If Tesla can close above the box, then it's going to push the rest of the indices up stronger to get to the next take profit area. We also have a needs to clear up here as well that needs to get smacked. And then lastly, one of the most bullish stocks out there, Nvidia. So if you're an Nvidia trader, this is the New York open. This is the pre-market. So you can see during pre-market, Nvidia see the circles 4 times. It's smacking into our bullish reversal box. We know it's bullish reversal because it's below price to push up, and it's about to complete its 180 up to this target right here. And as long as these remain bullish, then you will see that the indices tend to follow suit. NQ still holding the bullish line. US 30, this is what I was talking to you guys about, where this is that area that price is going to struggle a little bit. NQ and ES are still holding their own, and then NQ looking to get to the box now. But this is why we don't long the very tops when we talk about getting to an area using our companion app where price is going to look to stop. So where retail traders are going to long that very top on US 30, the goal is to not get people trapped, and now you're seeing that happen. So something really cool right now for you Forex folks. You see, once we close bearish, we can look for lower. So you saw earlier on the stream, this candle was wicking to like down here, but you see the close is bullish because it closed in the box. So now we're accepted. So the short idea would be when price closes below the box and then looking to get lower. So it has to close here, and then we can look to get to the lower side. If not, all this is bigger players taking profit. This isn't bigger players taking shorts and then look to get higher. This would be the idea once it closes below that. And then just showing you, if you guys can go back, if you get a moment, like go back to the beginning of the stream and watch what I said about DXY and the euro. I know you see this drawing. I said specifically, if DXY loses the open, then the euro is going to push up. And you can see the euro found our box and pushed up. So just showing you hand in hand, just being able to predict that together. And then now watching that play out. And now DXY, just so you guys can watch us live, is now hitting support to flip bullish. So as long as DXY holds this box, then the euro will remain bearish. If DXY can get accepted and reject here, then the euro will follow suit to the upper side of the box. But this is why live you're seeing the euro and indices starting to struggle here. Look at the sell-off on US 30. Look at the exact cutoff perfectly after hitting take profit on the NQ. That idea, when I say take profit, I'm talking about where the bots and the algo are going to take profit at, and you're seeing that live it take place. And I can do that. Where's that setting? I'm trying to remember. where that setting is. There it is. Gotcha. I turned it off. My bad. If this is more helpful, let me know. So right here is not a position where using our system I would be looking for reasons to go short and to go lower and lower and lower. This is where price, I believe, using our system is going to consolidate more. The higher probability is taking positions, ideas from the boxes. And so up here, we're in a no zone, and this is not something that I want to force. You're welcome, Capo. Notice DXY. See how it's holding this bullish retest of our box? And you'll notice, look to the right side of my screen, guys. Look at the euro now. So now you're watching that struggle happen, which we expect. I mean, you're entering into our box. It says once we close bearish, we can look for lower. It's forming a bearish candle. But what's important is at the same time, DXY is building confluence that it is finding bullish support, which means the euro is going to struggle. Gold now starting its sell-off. Just to show you guys, look at oil. We'll get to do this. We did this live last week on stream about getting oil down to the scalp target. The scalp target, let me turn the crosshair off. Over here on the right side of your screen. Oil's still playing out. And then if you guys look in the top right, there's an 87% chance oil is going to hit this today. So we'll keep watching that overall to come down here and get there. And when oil closes below the box, see this circle, then we can get continuation to come and clear that scalp target. Huge sells still on US 30. NQ still holding the most bullish. ES slightly more bearish than the NQ. But again, hopefully this helps you guys when we talk about doing this live and predicting. This is where we expected price to struggle. Not to our box. It didn't get there just yet, but I was just showing you ahead of time that this is where price should struggle to break. And now you're seeing that sell-off happen live. If you go to really small candles, you'll see that there will be like a sniper entrance. If you're on a 5-minute, there would have been the bearish close below that line. And then if you go really, really small, you'll find more and more entrances. It's not something that we would teach you to take. Again, this is for entertainment and education purposes only, but hopefully that prediction of price struggling right here is now helping you not get trapped at the very top from an idea perspective. All the big tech stocks are all struggling. It's Tesla's fault right now. I mean that. We talked to you guys earlier about Tesla. If you go back and look on this live stream, see the circle? It needs to close in the circle for it to have a continuation of the move. That's what we teach our members. I draw the circles just to help you guys live, but you see this box here, how price is stopping in the box. Until it can break the box above through it and close, then the bullish continuation won't happen. So this is also why I told you on US 30, NQ, ES, we should struggle a little bit before getting to the top box above us, which we're seeing happen right now live. US 30 is almost going to retrace the entire move back down to here. There is a gap that needs filled right there on the right side of your guys' screen. So Diego's talking. I'll go pop up on Apple real quick. Where are you at? So Diego's just talking about using Apple, part of our system. He's talking about getting Apple down to here. And for me, and he's saying this is pulling down the SPY, which I totally agree with, because we cannot get these bullish candles to stay and close above the box here. Apple is forcing SPY downwards, but you're in a big consolidation area where this box is currently. I think only the day boxes are on. Hold on. I flipped that. Oh, no, it is right. Yep. So Apple is trying to get down to this right there. And if that happens, it's going to cause the indices to still struggle and to push down. And one thing I want to point out to what Diego was just saying about getting down to this green target is when this is happening, we teach our members to look at DXY, because if DXY is bullish, that will confirm that these are looking to be bearish. And right now DXY is still at a box where it can flip bullish, but if it loses this, that would make the indices and things start to flip a little bit more bullish as DXY goes the opposite. See how this is something. These are the things that we hope that you catch from these live streams, not just you all that are not part of our group, but our current members, because we're always trying to teach. You guys see what just happened on Euro? You see how this wick comes all the way down and everyone is going to try to short the absolute low of that current candle. We put the position here and we talk about it has to be a candle close. The candle has to close here to activate this short idea. And instead, price comes down, wicks into this idea, wicks into the box. But look at what it says here. Once we close bearish, we can look for lower. We don't chase that candle coming down. And where most retail traders just short that low of that candle on the euro because it was bearish earlier, look what's happening. You're now putting in a new high and you're continuing the move. And I'm not going to delete my note because the note stands. This is what we teach as the euro continues to put in a new high. Indices are, like I told you before, they're going to consolidate here. So they're not going to be as exciting, which is why I'm looking at other things at the moment. Oil is almost to our take profit. Check it out. When I say take profit again, I'm just saying like these lines that are in our system that show you where price is being attracted to. Just showing you how the shorts are playing out. Again, 87% chance that oil is going to hit this today. So where the indices now are consolidating, sorry if I'm moving too quick for people, but just trying to talk through. We have people that only trade commodities, only people who only look at Forex, people who only look at crypto. So I try to move between assets to help everybody. But just showing you, and we try to talk to everybody that we think oil is one of the cleanest asset classes out there. And now watching this with an 87% chance from the initial short idea from Stream, from a demo and paper trade perspective. Again, just education and entertainment. Hopefully we're entertaining throughout. We can watch this get hit, hopefully live on stream. It'll be a little disappointing if we come off stream and then as soon as we cut off the stream, it gets hit. I think 2 of our public live streams ago, this is exactly what happened. The moves played out, but as soon as we cut the stream off, instead of this getting ticked, it just happened right as the stream closed. Ooh, crypto folks. So just again, showing you how to quickly we do this with our system. And I know some of our crypto folks are in here. And any of our members, guys, is there any reason to short crypto from an education purpose right now? Is there any reason to short crypto? Yes or no? You guys tell me. And those of you guys watching that are not a part of our system but are looking for something that's predictive, you'll be able to start calling this too without hindsight. Is we are seeing bullish candles close through the system above it, which means there's no reason if you revert back to DXY. Once we close bearish, we can look for lower when it enters a box above. And you can see on crypto, every time it's entering a box above, it is bullish. Therefore, there's no reason to look to go lower. We are trending bullish on the day. And so, as you guys can see in chat right now, our members are confirming that there's no reason to look to be bearish on these 2 assets for crypto, which is Ethereum and Bitcoin. This is, again, so cool. I hope those of you that are here for like SPY, SPX, just showing you like how boring now the indices are, how they're just staying in their same spot. And that's what I was telling you, that instead of just like falling down, I was just telling you this is where price is going to consolidate. So this is not the interesting asset for me to watch. This is what I was saying earlier. We had those bullish moves from our boxes perfectly. And then this is an area I said that doesn't interest me, and I won't give things back to the market now. And then oil halfway to that scalp target overall. Apple trying its best to break back in to push up, but it's going to continue as it's losing the box to push down which is going to drag the indices down with it as well. Tesla is still right here on the, hold on, let me turn off the crosshairs. Tesla over here on your left. See where the circle is? Let me just do this real quick. So every time I come back over, you can find it. When Tesla closes above this box, we can look for continuation up. If not, we'll keep looking for something like so. Look at Apple now. Even if you're someone who trades indices, but you want to get into stocks, you can see now the rejection that we're watching live happen as Apple continues to pull down to this green target down here. So as an options contract, somebody, if you're into those, the system works for everything. Indexes are still sitting here, smacking into the consolidation point. And then the euro, every time there's a red candle and retail traders start shorting it, this is where you let the bots decide. You wait for the bots to close bearish. Again, note the note, guys, as you hit our box. And we show this. You've seen it on the live streams. We talk about it. They're very, not the live streams, the socials. If you guys go back and watch our past live streams, I mean, this is what, 4 or 5 times now we've done this for you all. And you're watching it happen in real time, the predictions, versus having to come back later and see if it happens. Indices are still sitting in the same spot. I apologize if I'm moving too fast between indexes or things like that. Just let me know, and I can sit on them longer. But you can also just let me know what you want me to pull up, and I can do that as well. Can I take a look at gold? Oops. Yeah, gold's right here. And gold, you guys see it? This is the view that was drawn on gold on the start of stream. We said it was like a $750 move per contract just from here. And now it's an $860 move per contract overall now on gold. Notice that there's not a single bearish close. Every one of these wicks are an opportunity for retail traders to short, but for the bigger players to take profit on their overall long position up to our box. Once gold gets up here, that would be that bearish reversal. If gold reverses bearish right here, where the current candle is, right there, it's not of interest for using our system. It's something that we would miss, which is good because you want these highly predictive moves like this and like that versus trying to chase a short from right here that may only drop 3 or 4 points overall instead of moving up 60 to 80 points like we just had from that bullish move. Hopefully you guys saw that. Go back on gold and see if that's what we called. I haven't deleted this drawing. I've left it on there, but if you guys are okay, I can delete it now that we've seen that the full view is played out overall. I never just draw straight up. Like I draw these little consolidation periods as I'm trying to guess in my very quick drawings during haste where the consolidation is going to occur, and that was the first one. Indices are now back testing that area, so this might be where we get the actual breakout. I'm going to put something on the chart for our current members. They can use this to help them. Right there. And then NQ, you're still in the same exact spot where that line is. Hopefully that makes sense. You can use, with our system, and we mean this, you can use whatever candle close you're most comfortable with as you develop a strategy for your entrances. You can use a 4-hour candle close if you want. If you're someone who really can't be on the charts for a very long time, on our macro live stream that we do it every weekend to help traders get ideas set up for the entire week. They will use, we showed using 4-hour candle closes. We've showed using 5-minute, 15-minute, and most of our tutorials are on 30-minute candles. You'll notice here I'm on 15. When I'm on my live streams with members, I do this 5 days a week with them. I try to stick to 5, 15, or 30, mostly on 15-minute candles for the indices. It helps me avoid getting wicked out. But you can develop strategies where like you can have the 15-minute up right here. Let's say you're trading the ES, and then next to it you also have the ES, but you have it on a 1 hour time frame, and now you're getting confirmation candle closes stacked. I'll show you what I mean. Watch this real quick. I think this is really, really important. Just to quickly answer their question, you guys see this circle right here where I'm putting these two arrows? So there is your 15-minute bullish close from the box when New York opened. This is what it looks like on a 30-minute. So you can see right here, there's the 30-minute confirmation if you miss the 5-minute, or sorry, the 15-minute bullish move. So right there is your entrance to go up. And then here it is on a 5. Sorry for all the drawings. And now you can see right here on a 5-minute, when price comes up and then retraces back down, right there would be your 5-minute re-entrance. But the 15-minute candle would have helped you not get out of your position, because when that candle on a 15-minute time frame comes down and smacks into the box, I can turn this off right here. When it comes back down in this box on a 15-minute, you're not worried about losing it because it has to close in that box, even though on a 5-minute it started dipping into the box. A 15-minute tells you, hey, there's no reason to get out of this idea yet as a bullish breakout until we lose and get into this box. And then obviously we showed you already on a 30-minute. So you can use different candle confirmations to help you move between. Hold on, I'm trying to read the other questions you guys are throwing out. So about Vin is asking, is there live streams on a daily basis? And the answer is yes. We haven't missed a live stream, I think, in almost since trying to remember. It's been that long, and you can ask members. It's been over almost 2 months since we've missed a live stream, and the only time things are missed is like when someone is traveling or somebody gets sick. So yes, if you're here with us, there are 5. We live stream every day during NYSE. I can let you know now that I know one day next week there's a possibility that one live stream might be missed. So instead of 4 days during Monday through Friday, one day might be missed. But we usually find a way to make up for it and add another stream during the week. But we try to get a stream in every single day to help members live, because it's important that like we educate you on how to use the system. Though we have a learning platform where you guys will join, and you have tons of previous live streams like you see me doing right now. We have over 150 live streams for you to go back and watch at your leisure to learn. And then we also have our tutorial learning platform with videos on there to study about how to use the system. It's important that we are on here live showing you how everyone can backtest stuff. And that's usually how people sell you. They show you, look at this beautiful backtest. They don't show you the candles time frame. And that's how you get swept out of your positions always, because you're being fed something that's not showing you what's happening live. It's important to experience this. So what I mean is, this is such a great example. And this is why we do the live streams. And we do this for you guys 5 days a week. Look at this candle right here. When you guys backtest this and this falls, it goes perfect, right? But when we're doing this live, you don't feel what that wick felt like on a live idea. You'll notice that I told you when this position pushed up, it has to get a close in the box for it to push up. But when you are live, this wick doesn't feel good. When you backtest it, it's so easy to be like, look how perfect the system is working. But it's important in a live situation to feel what that wick feels like as we continue to look to get to this target that has an 87% chance to be hit today. That's why we do this in a live situation, to show people you can backtest all day. We want you to backtest our system. We want you to find your own strategies within, as well as using some of ours that we give you. But this is why, yes, we do this 5 days a week live for our members. And you can ask our members if we've missed a live stream lately. About Vin, this is not, he's asking, guys, this is really important. Is there a win-loss record like on Google Sheets or something? This is not all those Discords that offer a signal service where you're following some coach who's giving you long and short ideas. When we say we are here for demo and paper trading, and this is for education and entertainment purposes only, we're not these people who say there's an 80% win rate and they're giving you out signals just to get you on a lifetime plan and then you lose everything. We are here to teach you how to fish. And if you're ever worried that we are, because we are not a signal service, just go back and watch the other live streams that we have on YouTube. And then if you want to join and use our education service, that's what we're here for. But there's not going to be some Google sheet showing something like that. And usually people that are showing you guys stuff like that, it's very... there's a reason why most people can't replicate what those people are trying to do. So that would just be my suggestion. We're here to educate and entertain. And as you guys can see, Tony, who's, I say a relatively new member because he's been here just for a couple months, but as he's telling you guys, we have not missed a single live stream since he's been here. Just want to, I always say it's one of the coolest things about our system. For all of you guys that are watching live right now, everybody wants the markets to do something when they're in the markets. Where are the candles right now on the indices? ES, NQ, US 30. Where are they? And I hope your response is they're in the same exact place you told us once it went from our bullish move from our boxes that they would consolidate. I told you we would not just draw up and fall to the bottom. It would just consolidate. And now look, and it gets bad, man. Like watch the NQ in a second. I'll show you what I mean. When I say bad, this is what I say for retail traders. Look at this. All they're going to do is keep giving commissions back to the market makers. And when I say market makers, we're talking about your exchanges, your whether you're using Trade Evade or TradeStation or AMP, anything where you're giving money into the markets, they get commissions on your positions. And now you're seeing from a 5-minute candle perspective, all these people are getting wicked out. Look how big the wicks are too on a 5-minute. You want to see the wicks to be very small when markets are moving the way you want, as you can see from our box, and then the bullish continuation up on a 5-minute. But we don't teach only using a 5-minute candle. We teach using these 15-minute candles, and they're just glorious. But you can see we're just sitting in this consolidation period now. Euro is starting to flip slightly more bearish, but we haven't closed. Note the note. Once we close bearish, this candle will close in 2 minutes. And then we can look to start forming some bearish idea, but it needs to close preferably below the box in this case. Oil keeps teasing us. It keeps getting closer, then getting bought back up from the bots. We just needed to get lower. And by the way, crypto folks, so that I don't leave you guys out, crypto folks, what did we just tap? As you guys can see it. And by the way, at the same time, Tether, you're hitting into our swing box right here. So Bitcoin folks, you are hitting the last level before we will close lower for the rest of the day from an education standpoint. This is the 80% chance that it will not go any higher. US 30 is right back to the target area. NQ just tapped that area again. And then ES folks, you are continuing to try to break it. This is where it needs to break above to get continuation up higher. About Vin is asking, are the live streams during New York? Instead of me saying it, any of our current members, can you guys let them know when we always live stream? And then I'll check back here in about 15 or 30 seconds if they don't answer. Notice right now, just as we're doing this live, we're attacking these areas where we now will look to get that continuation up. We just got to get the close above on the ES. Note that I'm navigating price not in boxes. We've already gotten the bullish reversal. This is where like you can come back in a couple hours and like it's like skyrocketed up here. But at least during the live stream, we've caught the bullish idea upwards. But now all three, and this is what's really important, all three are doing it at the same time, which is what you want to see to get pushing up, get this our continuation up on the indices. The ES is still struggling, man. It's probably Apple's fault. Yep. Oh, by the way, wrong one. I think his name, it was Diego, right? We got to take profit idea on Apple. Diego called this. Good job, bud. And then again, why we're seeing the indexes struggle to like not just keep going up, and it's because you got the biggest stock in the world with Apple. bearish from our boxes, reversing. And now Apple, and this is really important, guys, indexes are going to push up a little bit here overall, as long as Apple holds this from a demo and education purpose. This is where Apple got to, and then now looking to hold. And as long as it does, indexes will tend to be bullish, or at least hold the bullish side overall. So good find for that, Diego. And then as you guys see, people are all answering the live streams. If you're someone who's always on during the US market for New York, that's when we typically are live streaming. And it changes as far as, like, sometimes it's at the open, sometimes it's 30 minutes in, sometimes it's an hour in to New York. That's the only thing that will change, but we always live stream during the New York session. Notice the NQ closed above the line, guys, right here. Oops, sorry, I keep grabbing the wrong tool. NQ closed above the line, and it's trying to get up to our box from the initial bullish idea. ES is still struggling. It's got to close above this line. Euro is absolutely faking everybody out. Look, this is something really cool. Because, again, I want you guys to see this live. I don't want you to be like, oh, see, look at the note, okay? This doesn't matter that it's the euro, but if you want to use it on an idea on euro, it's fine. You see how it says once we close bearish, we can look for lower? You see how that candle closed bearish? Do me a favor if you're rewatching this. Or all of you guys are now, like, take your stream bar and rewind it like a minute and a half ago. And I told you it has to close, or I would be looking for it to close below the box now, because we've already been up here once. This is the second time. So, like, for me to want to flip bearish, I would rather it lose the box, and then that's a higher probability idea to push down, rather than trying to force a short up here. And then last thing, I don't want to erase my drawing because it's going fantastic, because this is where the consolidation period is that I drew. I just want to point into all of our current members, and if newer folks, if you can see it too, that'd be great. We are perfectly holding this line in the box. So you can use even that. Like, let's say you missed the initial bullish move, which is absolutely fantastic now, by the way, from here up to there on the euro. But right now, until we close below that line, it's this line right here, guys, this one. Then, again, no reason to look to go lower, even just to get to the other side of the box. And you can see as now it's starting to go a little bit below it. But you need a close. Use candle closes. It's much more effective from watching markets move. Oil still teasing, still continuing bearish, still flipping each box one at a time, one up here, and now two right there to get down to the scalp target. And gold, folks, just showing you we are getting the consolidation period that was drawn right there, and still looking for gold overall to get up to this box. And if that happens, I mean, it's up to you. Do you count this as hitting the box? Really, that would be a 360, a true algo 360. When you go 180 box to box and then now to the next box higher, that's a 360. And potentially can then do this later in the New York session, and you can get a nice 540. So nothing's better than having a market that just ranges in between our system when everyone else is always looking for all-time highs and all-time lows. NQ still holding above that bullish line to finish getting up. US 30, you did close, by the way, US 30, folks. I just want to point out something right there. You did close above just this little 5-minute line idea that I draw for the members every now and then. So as long as we can, but I mean, it's already happened, so it's not something of interest to me. That's why I was telling you before I would look at other assets, because the bullish move already occurred right at open, when not just at open, when we were on the live stream together. And by the way, members, can you guys do me a favor? Any of you guys, what did I tell you, everybody, right at New York Open? I wasn't on live. I was getting this stream set up. And by the way, as NQ and ES are trying, what did I type in our index chat for you all right at open? What did I say? It would be really helpful if you guys can talk about it. I just don't always want to say the things that I'm doing. I'd rather the members confirm. And if you guys aren't sure because you've been on the live stream, just go check the index chat real quick. It's almost there, folks. Almost. And notice it's, again, look at the US 30 holding the line. Look at the NQ closed above that we talked about. And this is why I sort of do my TED Talks, because I don't want members to get faked out during these consolidation periods. I just try to show you where they're going to happen. And then the ES is now trying to make it happen as well. All three are trying to do the same thing. That's a confluence building tool that we want to form. And everyone, if you get a chance now, look at the YouTube chat. and then all they're doing is copying and pasting what I wrote, and I just wrote stocks are bullish. They and I said that right at open. So just think about that. Like, you're not on live stream, or let's say you're a current member and you're looking at the chart, and right here you're on your chart and New York is about to open, and then just inside a chat I just say stocks are opening at bullish reversal boxes, and at the same time you're on the NQ and it's at a bullish reversal box. I laugh because it's like, it's, again, we talk about being predictive, guys. Go back and watch the beginning of the stream and look at the ES, the NQ, and US 30 now, and NQ is almost there. It's so close. And these are the things we talk about being predictive. We don't have to sit here and do this gigantic science fair project of showing you how to move in between each candle. That's the problem that I think a lot of retail traders make. We try to enter every single candle, and instead it's just about building patience. All the market makers don't sit here and operate on 1 minute candles. They can't do that. They use systems that use bots. So those bots will do it, but they're doing it based off of candle closes, and it's better to use a system that's predictive so you can predict where the reactions happen, and you get to watch it happen live. Notice that euro, the candle hasn't closed unless you're using a small time frame, and if you want to scalp out of it, you can, but I want to be very specific. I am not interested in shorting the euro till it gets down here from a demo and education purpose, because this is all chop. And when you're like, well, wait a second, I thought you said it comes to the box and it reverses. Look to your left. It's already happened. So for me, now that it's a second time, there's a higher probability the market makers are going to take advantage of those people who are going to try to take advantage of that. It's so much easier to set up a system where I will look for price to go lower when it loses the box, and then, like we teach you in our lives and on our socials, we will then look to target the box lower. That's what I'll do. There is a higher predictive possibility for it to work out when it loses the box versus just when it's in the box, regardless of this move playing out. Because look, everyone who's sitting here trying to make this work out perfectly the way they want and not get wicked out, go back to the start of the stream, guys, and look how much bigger this move was compared to this move now. And also how fast it happened too. You opened at our bullish reversal box. Retest, go. And look, I always laugh when it happens. Okay, so sorry I was on the other screen. The NQ, just showing you guys, look at the middle of your screen. And what is happening live now? Current members, what is happening live on the NQ? Look, it's not an accident. Look at it live. This is why we talk about it being predictive. We said this is where we're going to look to get. Once you get a close above what I called right here, it gets to the area, and what do the bots do instantaneously when they get there? And there's your take profit. And whoop, there's the wick, and it forms instantly. It's not an accident. Like, you're seeing this called live. Go back and watch it, man. And so now that this has happened, this is where you can start to flip quite bearish when you what? When can you flip bearish? And it's when you get a bearish candle close now. It has to close bearish, and then you can get some continuation. But just showing you live, we call the hit, and when the hit gets tapped, instantly the bots sell. Why? Because right here when this gets tapped, and guys, I mean this from an education standpoint. Right here when that gets tapped that we called, retail traders are longing, and they're getting filled like that with horrible spreads higher and higher. And as they're doing that, the people using something to our system or the bigger algorithmic plays that are out there, they are going to take profit when you tap the box. Like I told you earlier, you don't long into a box above, and you don't look for reasons to short into a box below. That allows you to predict what we talked to you guys about, the reactions from markets. And it's up to you if you want to see it live. That's what we're doing. US 30 still consolidating, ES still struggling to break that line, and it's because NQ got to its box and now is pulling the market back. And just showing you, like, again, shout out to Diego for reminding me to check out Apple. Go back and watch a stream a little bit ago when we talked about Apple. It got to our target. The green line I said is the target. Notice that we did not close below it, which means we do not need to go any lower. And now Apple surged up, and right where you see NQ and the indices struggling right now, where is Apple? Again, the biggest stock there is. Apple is struggling to break into our box right here, live. When Apple closes in this box, then we'll get some bullish continuation up, or at least we can set the invalidation point that if it closes below the box, you simply target lower. And right now it's tapping that. Once it closes in the box, that's bullish acceptance into this, and then we can look to go higher. That'll pull the indices up. But right now you can see Apple, the biggest stock that's going to affect indices, it is struggling because it can't break our box. And now these will struggle. And that's what we're seeing. I'm waiting for oil. I don't want to close the stream. We've been on here for over an hour now, but I'm just waiting for that to get smacked. I know as soon as I close the stream, it's going to get smacked. I say that jokingly, but it happened last time we were with you guys. Euro is almost confirmed bearish, depending on what time frame you're on a 5-minute now, multiple 5-minute candles. We haven't got the 15-minute candle activation point right there. But in 4 minutes, or less than 4 minutes, you'll get the activation point. Gold is now not moving. And then we'll stick over to indices. Any last minute questions, guys? Hold on, let me read what Diego's saying. Oh, it's Diego. Oh, hey, Dadacious. The Apple was a winner. Oh, yeah. You're welcome, bud. That's great to hear. All right. All right, folks. I'm going to head off now. I hope you appreciate this live stream that we did for the past hour. It went really quick, and just one of those things, man. For all of our members, for all the current folks, like, so not even talking to the people who are watching this, because I know you guys are on here too. It's just the whole point is like, this is those times you want to take advantage of the market when you are opening at a bullish support on all three indices. Okay, the US 30 was the only one that didn't open at the support. It took one 15-minute candle, and then all three confirmed the bullishness to push up higher. And that's what we got to see. And then the confirmation for all of our current members were we saw it on the stocks. And that's why I posted in there that, hey, man, stocks are opening up bullish, and we can look to go higher overall. And I'm glad that it played out. And then oil, just waiting. It helps me build patience as I wait for this scalp target to get hit. And so, but yeah, thank you guys for joining. I don't want to jump off the stream because I'm telling you I'm going to jump off and this thing's going to get clipped. And then I'll have to post it later that it did. So if it happens, it happens. See the euro now breaking down quite bad as it's losing the box. From a 5-minute perspective, if you want to use that, multiple 5-minute candles, you now are entering into the zone. 15-minute candle. And then the 30-minute will close in less than 2 minutes to help build this confirmation from a short perspective now to track the euro down to that box below us. And again, you guys just watching this live, you see Apple struggling. It can't break above the box. The bots are all taking profit on their options contracts going from here to here. Very simple ideas. Once you close below here, Apple will close lower the rest of the day. Once Apple gets an acceptance close back above the box, we can look for it to go higher. On the EU short, can you please explain where you would put your stop? So I'll show you actually in just a second when this candle closes, because I wouldn't put my stop up here, like where that candle formed. So we will all just patiently wait a couple of like 15-30 seconds for this candle to close. Just judging, and there's the actual close. So check this out. There's two things that I would do. I would either put an idea entrance right on the line, right here, or let me get these notifications out of your guys' way, or watch price to dip up, and then when it comes back here, that would be the entrance, and then I would use that as the stop. So that would be one of the ideas. The next one is if you blindly just go in, then the stop needs to be somewhere in here. But for me, I always talk and I try to teach that you want to watch as price is forming now right here. I'm trying to get all these circles out of the way so it's easier to see. You'll see that it's going to start to attack this line. Once it loses this line, then that can be the entrance idea, and you can use that as the potential stop, because you want to, when you're practicing, your risk is the most important thing. You want to manage risk. So like that would be, let me find the position idea. As it falls below, and then you can use that. Or you dip somewhat into the box that something's comfortable for you. There's a fair value gap that needs cleared right here, so that's a take profit idea. That's a 5-to-1, and then right here would be almost an 8-to-1. But you want to put your stop in an area where that is. Now look, you see how this candle's pushing up. You can wait. I'm just trying to show you different strategies so you can manage this stop as he's asking. You can wait for price to come down, again, below that line, or below the original close. So let this wick up and then come back down, and there's the entrance. And then now you get in from these bots taking their initial profit on these shorts, and then to push down into right here. But your stop needs to be based off of how you manage risk. You don't want to do something like this. That's not even a 1, it's barely a 1-to-1, and that's going to offer really bad RR over time. So for me, sorry for all these little drawings inside this immediate candle. And the other thing too is, like, you could wait one more candle. If you're not sure, you don't have to sit here and jump in as soon as the candle's formed. You can just wait a little tiny bit. And by the way, I should have just clicked over. There you go. You guys see it? So 87% chance that oil would clear it. So where people think it's always in the past and it is not going to happen, there's the entrance idea on oil, and 87% chance we would come and hit this today during the New York session. And sure enough, it's been played out. I wish I would have stayed on, but at least I showed you I was about to get off, and if I didn't, they cleared it right on that new candle. So yeah. That is fantastic. All right, folks. Hopefully we're doing a good job of showing you how we do this live. NQ still trying to break up bullish, and then ES can't break my little 5-minute line that I would be watching for the current members. All right, folks, I'm getting off now. I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for your time. And we will catch you on the next free public live stream, and then members will catch you guys tomorrow live, as well as catch you guys in the Discord right now.